G'day, welcome one and all to another installment of Guvs Hero and Impression Review videos. This time we are going to continue with our High Noon series, this time taking a look at the 5-star yellow legendary hero, Cooper, who is the Lone Gunslinger. So Cooper is available for summons only during the High Noon Challenge event portal, which rolls around every 16 or so weeks. It's on a rotation with the other 3 challenge events, so it comes up once, 1 in 4 challenge events, which occur every 4 or so weeks. So you can also collect a copy of Cooper by placing first in the epic tier of the challenge event as a reward, but that is obviously quite difficult to do. So you're probably more likely to be able to summon from the portal. So Cooper has been in the game for quite a long time. He was one of the very first challenge event heroes ever introduced, alongside Vasquez and Marigold, with the first appearance of the High Noon Challenge event way back in February of 2020. We'll have a quick look over at his artwork. I don't need that. So his artwork does play a lot on that Wild West Sheriff, Lone Star Ranger, Gunslinger kind of vibe. So he's got the hip holster. He's got a little bit of a weird stance for being a gunslinger. Most gunslingers would, well, I suppose they do draw at 30 paces or whatever it is. 10 paces? Anyway, so he is playing on a lot of those vibes. Got the piece of straw in his mouth, the spurs on his boots, and missing the chaps, but yeah, he's got a lot of those other Lone Star Sheriff vibes going on. Heading back over to his card, we'll take a look at his family bonus. So he is a member of the High Noon family, which grants them a 10% chance to trigger the Duel at Dawn bonus, which will deal 150% damage to all enemies who already have an inaccuracy ailment, and will apply a minus 44% accuracy debuff to all enemies for 3 turns. There's also a passive stat boost for having multiple unique heroes from the High Noon family in a battle. This grants them plus 2, 4, 6, or 8% attack for having 2, 3, 4, or 5 unique High Noon heroes. It is worth noting that they must be unique, so you can't bring along 2 copies of Cooper. It's got to be different heroes like Cooper and Wyatt, for example. In terms of his personal stats, Cooper does have fairly high base attack stats, albeit it is at the older end of the spectrum in terms of the net stats. So he does have 786 attack, 577 defense, and 1372 HP. So there is quite a heavy skewing away from the defense stat towards that attack stat. His charge speed is set to 58, which is fast. This requires 9 tiles to charge or 5 ghosted tiles. A speed break does require a plus 7 speed improvement, which you can do using the 4-star Tris Vector speed gun. Alternatively, you can actually achieve it also with the plus 6 Ragnarok Vantage, the 5-star weapon, but you also have to use the 2% class emblem speed bonus at node 8. Speaking of his class, Cooper is a member of the Recon class, which grants the hero a chance to evade incoming damage from special skills and gain 20% charge on each successful evasion. I love this perk. It is fantastic because it offers a discrete chance to avoid taking the damage. It is calculated separately from dodge, which means that essentially a Recon hero with a dodge weapon has 2 opportunities to miss that damage. The downside is, though, that it only evades the damage component of special skills. You do still cop any status ailments or charge cuts or anything like that, and you will also be beholden to all tile damage and other forms of normal damage. In terms of an emblem path, I'll switch back over quickly to my Cooper because I use him a lot. So on Cooper, I very much recommend going an attack route. He is a damage dealer, he's a sniper, so I chose to accentuate that. So I went an attack path and then took defense whenever there were choices between 2 paths which had HP and attack on both sides. There aren't really, I don't think there actually are any, so I just went for the attack path down. So I did grab that 2% speed node just in case I do want to speed break him with the Ragnarok Vantage to keep the higher base attack stats. So that's what I'd recommend in terms of an attack path. I obviously stopped mine at plus 15, but if you were to continue down, you'd come down and pick up the left side to pick up the attack node, and then I definitely wouldn't go past plus 18, sorry. Heading back over to his card, we can take a look at his special skill. So his special skill is titled Quick Draw, and at level 10 skill and 58 charge speed will deal 275% damage to the target with a bonus 200% damage if the target is below 50% health. So that's up to 475% damage to one individual. If the target is then killed, Cooper will gain a free 50% charge when killing them with that special skill. So if we take a look at that in a little bit greater detail, we'll have a look at the damage output, because that's pretty much all his skill is. So best way of comparing damage output is based on a hero's attack power. So attack power is just a metric where you take the hero's attack stat and multiply it by the percentage listed in their special skill. So in the case of Cooper, he has 786 attack, and he has listed in his skill 275% damage. So that comes out at an attack power of 2,162. Because all the heroes have different speeds in their special skills, the easiest way to compare them is to normalize it against the number of tiles required to charge. So that's what I call the attack power per tile. In the case of Cooper, he requires 9 tiles to charge, so that comes out at 240 attack power per tile. So comparing him to some other heroes that are yellow snipers, there are a fair number of them. There's 16 in total in the game at the moment, at the time of this recording. So the best base damage case is Stinger variant. She comes in at an attack power per tile of 392. Some other notable ones, you've got Sidestep is 355. She also has minor damage to nearby, but she's predominantly a sniper. Hush, who's the base hero, Hush comes in at 229 attack power per tile, which ratchets up to 271 if she's shooting someone with armor. Who else have we got? We've got Jimon, who comes in at 263. Normal Stinger is only 186 attack power per tile. New hero, Nutmeg, her minimum damage is 145 attack power per tile. So yeah, Cooper comes in at around about number 8 in terms of his base damage output. If we do factor in his bonus damage when hitting someone at less than 50% HP, he does gain a bonus 200% charge, which does significantly improve his damage output. So it actually improves him from an attack power of 2,162 all the way up to 3,734, which is the highest attack power per tile, of any yellow sniper. Which then also means that his attack power per tile goes up substantially as well. It goes from 240 up to 415, which rockets him into top spot. There's no other yellow sniper at the moment that deals more damage output than Cooper. So if we look at that in total, in its totality, we can see that Cooper is middle tier in terms of his base damage output. But if you can plan it well, when he starts hitting heroes with less than 50% HP, he becomes super destructive. So not only does he essentially maximize the damage output of a yellow sniper, but because he's already hitting someone with less than 50% health, you're pretty much guaranteeing a kill on that hero, which means that feeds really nicely into the second part of his skill, which is that he gains a free 50% charge if the target dies from direct damage. So as I mentioned, because of the dramatic increase in damage output when he hits someone less than 50% health, it effectively guarantees the kill shot and results in him gaining that free 50% charge. You then fire another 4 tiles, or 2 tiles and 1 ghosted tile, and he's charged again. You fire him, kill another enemy, rinse, repeat, wipe out the entire team. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. You're loving it. So for me personally, I love Cooper. I still find him to be possibly one of the greatest attacking heroes available in my roster. My roster's pretty damn big. I usually combine him with 8-bit for just elemental defense down on all enemies, and then I bring in a DOA 3-hitter like Dragon Fist, Giselle, Volpine, someone like that. Essentially what this does is it means that I fire 8-bit first, DOA 3 hitter next, and that usually brings down up to 3 enemies to less than 50% health. So then I can just start using Cooper to pick off 1, bang, 2, bang, 3, bang, and just wipe out the 3 of them right in a row, and I only need 3-ish tiles to recharge him because I've opened up a ghosting lane as well. So really, really, really great hero Cooper is. Similar to 0 Point, where once you start firing his special skill and start killing people, it's really easy to chain those kills in subsequent turns quite quickly and quite easily. So in terms of Cooper's grading, for War and Raid attack teams, I do rate him as an A grade. He is a very, very good attacking hero. For War Machines, drops down to a B just because there's not really too much to his skill for War Machines. He does have a high attack stat though, so that's why it stays up there. Events, a B also. It's really just tile damage he's contributing there. For raid and war defense, he drops all the way down to a C-. His stats don't really lend him to being a defensive hero. He can function in the wing position with his damage output, but realistically, his power comes from being able to choose who you shoot and when you shoot them with his skill. The AI just doesn't do this. It fails miserably at selective damage and targeting. So does drop off for defense. In terms of the tournaments though, so Bloody Battle, I do give him an A grade for attack and a C- for defense. Buff Booster, an A and a C-. Charged Attack, an A and a C-. So same grades for all the tournaments as his normal attack and defense, A and C-. So overall, if we weight that out with the various facets of the game, I do rank him as having an A- as his overall attack grade and a C- for his overall defense grade. So that really concludes all the content I have for this review of Cooper. As always, this is just my personal opinion. I love hearing your thoughts and feedback on some of these heroes, so please do jump down into the comments section of this video, drop me a note, and say what you think of them, these heroes. So if you did enjoy the video as well, found it useful, please like it, comment on it, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, share the video around, because realistically, if it was useful to you, it's also going to be useful to other people that you play with and your alliance mates and stuff as well. So thanks once again for tuning in and joining me for this review of Cooper. Good luck with everything, happy gaming, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers, bye!